Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next installment of Marketers on the Move. And today I have a very, very special guest for you. Her name is Neha Sonney from Hong Kong. Hello there, Neha.
Hello there, Peter, and hello, everyone. Thank you for having me, Peter.
It's a pleasure. It's a real pleasure to have you because I am truly intrigued by a new Facebook group, a new Facebook community you've started, okay? And it's actually called Mastermind from
hmm
course ideas to income. Now, that really grabbed my curiosity. So would you mind, Neha, if I asked you some questions about that?
Absolutely. Go right ahead, Peter. Thank you.
Okay. Well, the first one is this. I mean, what inspired you to start this sort of community?
That's a very good question. So I had a conversation with a gentleman, and it's in these conversations that you get to know that people actually have some ideas and they want to bring them out and possibly help other people. That was one of the things that actually prompted me to go ahead and create a group with
Mhm.
that one person in mind. But then when I was creating it, I put more thought into that. I was moved because I know how beneficial this could be to other people, not just by bringing their courses and ideas into reality and making something important. This is also something that would otherwise never materialize. And people have had to give up on their ideas or because they don't believe in themselves or because they don't have that support or they don't find. So recently, another lady, a mother, a coach who has a large community of 4,000 women, she had to leave or put her business aside, leave her children at home and go to work
Mhm.
because she wants to make ends meet. And it's a little heartbreaking to not have that support around you in order for your idea, your business, your creativity to become something that can work for others as well as you. So there is a bigger purpose to this group, and there is this idea where I myself created a course, and it's about how I can help others do the same through their own process. So
Right. So you're going to share your experiences with them
yes,
to give them both the confidence and the expertise to get what there is something inside all of us. That's what you're really implying, right? A course of some sort inside us. And yet some of us maybe haven't had the confidence or the willingness or the guidance or a Neha Stoney to hold us accountable to do it. Is that what we're getting at?
yes, absolutely. You're so right about the accountability part.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Well, so Neha, I mean, we're talking about, right, mastermind from course
Mm-hmm.
ideas to income. I mean, like the idea of income, right?
Yes.
Course ideas to income. Tell me, why did you call it a mastermind?
Peter, you know what? I've always wanted to be a part of a mastermind myself because I truly believe in the wisdom, the collective wisdom that people bring to
Mm,
the table. And when you are bouncing off your ideas, your something that you are passionate about, how they can change, transform, and materialize is fascinating to me. And I have never been a part of a mastermind, so here I created one for myself. Now, oftentimes mastermind is okay, who is the person behind, who's the mastermind behind this particular thing that happened in history? But it could be just one person's name is coming up. But then this can also be a group and this can create something even better. Now, myself and Todd, so Todd, for the listeners, is my boyfriend. Todd and I often have these conversations about ideas that he has and how it can be transformed, and what can we do about that, basically. And as we talk about it, it's so interesting to watch how other people perceive that. And sometimes our perception may be limiting in some way because we're doubting ourselves. And when someone else presents it in a different way, and you have the ability, you bring the ability to look at it, and you're just open-minded, right? When you bring in that particular ability and just stay open, that's where the transformation happens. And you're able to see your idea become something else. And there is so much assurance in having that mastermind, and why your idea has not yet made it out into the world. There is this factor that I keep talking about because I'm spiritual by nature and I believe in that. So there is divine timing to everything. And so this particular mastermind is to help facilitate those ideas, those dear concepts and learnings and wisdom, everything that is inside, and how it can come out of the individual to serve the masses.
Right. So you don't want people to join this community and become wallflowers. You want them to be actively involved, right?
Yes.
And I would assume that people who are a little bit hesitant need not worry, because you will make sure it's a fairly safe environment for people to share things that they're unsure about. Is that right?
That is absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because that's important. People know that, because they think, well, maybe I've got a story, but I feel a bit awkward. I'm not sure how a person like me could have a story inside me, and not only that, I mean, how could I make money with it, for goodness sake? I mean, it sounds crazy. So there will be some uncertainty, but you can assure people that don't worry about that. You will make sure everybody's safe and everybody feels uh, in a situation where they can share openly and have no worries about anyone making them feel foolish. Is that right?
That is absolutely right. And one of the reasons how this is one of the things I want them to feel. The first and the most important thing I would like them to feel is a sense of safety. And I'm glad that you brought that up
Well,
because
no,
that's
that was going to be
important.
my next question. So let's get into that. All right, good.
Yeah, yeah.
So you want a sense of safety, is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell me more.
Because
Tell me more about that.
um ideas, a besides the safety factor, it's also about trusting that their idea is worth it, the belief in themselves that yes, my idea can help others because it has helped me. But if I share my idea, maybe it's not really worth it, and so I'm just going to forget about it. There's that factor. Or if someone is so confident about it, oh, what if someone steals my idea?
Mm,
So, and the interesting part is people don't think about where do thoughts come from?
mm,
Where do ideas come from? Now, sometimes, you know what, Peter, sometimes people have ideas, but they didn't act upon it. And then the next thing you know, someone else went ahead and made maybe even as something as simple as a funny t-shirt. And that guy is making $1 million already, but you didn't take action on it.
mm,
So that's why that idea went to someone else, and they're doing whatever it is that they can
mm,
to, make something out of it. And you yourself, even though you didn't take action, you probably would have done something different with it, right? And you bring yourself into the picture. So
mm,
there is so much of you that you add. This is that cannot, you can't necessarily copy the other person because you're going to bring so much of you and your own understanding and wisdom to whatever it is that you want to deliver. So the idea is just there for you. It's a gift from the universe. Now, what are you going to do with that gift?
mm,
So I want people to be assured that it has come to them for a reason and that they can do something about it. And the reason why it's come to them is because they have the ability to do something about it. And everybody has ideas, and not everyone is going to steal other people's ideas because they may not know what to do with it. Now, you can teach public speaking as well, right? But you may bring in something else totally. So there's many people teaching public speaking. What I bring to it, my own expertise, my own understanding. So this is the factor, the fear factor I would like to put to rest
Okay.
for the listeners, for the people who want to be a part of this community.
Actually, that raises an interesting question, Neha,
Yes,
because what if people feel right now that they don't have any ideas inside them? Should that sort of person, I mean, join the community? I'm asking, I mean, I'm trying to work out who is this community for? Do they have to have ideas already, or can they create ideas within the group with with your help?
Sometimes ideas, just like you had a question that you asked me. Similarly, that question wouldn't have come across to you unless we had this conversation. So ideas come when we are having these conversations. And it's okay to not have any idea. It's okay to allow it to come to you. It's okay to allow it to nurture. And it's okay to have conversations because that's where the magic happens, in those conversations. So
Mm,
they're invited to have conversations with me,
mm.
with other people in the group if they feel connecting with them.
Right. So if people don't have any ideas right now, they still can join the group and definitely get something from it because you one of the skills you have, Neha, is a facilitator, all right? And you also make sure that people feel safe within the community. So if somebody doesn't have an idea, that they won't feel stupid, they won't look stupid in the group because, be quite frank with you, everybody can join at the same level, whether they've got ideas or not, and just share and talk. And as you said, the magic word, conversation. Have a conversation. And who knows what can come from that. That's really what you're saying. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you'll grab on ideas that they share in conversation and help guide and steer them towards making those ideas become reality. Yeah.
Yes, yes. This
Oh,
is
that
one
sounds
thing.
exciting. That sounds exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, I love bouncing. It's something that I love. So I think this is a passion project. I don't even know about how
Yeah.
it's going to go, but it's exciting.
Okay. So now that raises an interesting question. How are you going to serve these people?
I would inspire them. I would connect with them. First, that's the first thing that I want to do is connect with them, have conversations, as I said, because I want them to get to know me in order for them to feel comfortable sharing more about themselves, because it's not about selling anything to them. It's about understanding what it is, what their story is, and how they may be able to help other people.
Mm,
So I would love to present to them different perspectives. Sometimes people are not able to see. And the most important part, Peter, is the thoughts that people have that they're not able to catch themselves because their minds are running really fast.
mm,
So how I facilitate this, what I do is when I'm speaking, I am observing words they speak, and sometimes I'm able to catch what they do not necessarily want to say to me, but I can sense the feeling of it.
mm,
So this helps me understand there is more to it. And when I know there is more to it, I will come across to them. I won't judge them
mm.
because the work that I have done on myself, I stopped judging myself, and I have overcome the fear of, you know, not in keeping myself from not doing, the procrastination, all of that. Those are symptoms. But what's underneath of that? I am able to kind of coach them through that particular limiting beliefs if they have, or lack of belief. That's the work that
Mm.
I am able to help them sort out. It's like a weeding out as they are moving through this journey with me. This is how I want to facilitate. And as things become clearer, their ideas, like taking action on their idea is going to bring in clarity. People think that clarity will come and then I will take action. It kind of works reverse. You take the step and the clarity comes.
Okay, and that raises an interesting point, because the course ideas don't have to be anything like rocket science. They can be very simple, is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, how to grow tomatoes indoors or something. I mean, I just made that up, right? But
yeah,
the course ideas are something that you know something about, and therefore you should really never assume that everybody knows it just because you know it. So that's an idea that you have that maybe other people can benefit from. That's,
yeah,
am I correct in saying that?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, that leaves me, with your permission, can I ask you one more question? I know you're a busy lady.
Of course, Peter.
Okay. So let me put it this way. What would you want people to get out of joining this community? Mastermind, from course ideas to income. What would you like them to get out of it?
Definitely feel more confident. Besides the income, which is like the end result I would love for them to get, what I want for them most is the trusting themselves, feeling confident, clarity of mind, and open-mindedness for themselves, so that they can overcome those limiting beliefs that they have.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you will help them step by step to put together the course idea they've got?
Yeah, absolutely. Because whatever it is that has helped them can help others. It's just a matter of understanding how they can help the other people.
Sounds
So,
fantastic.
yeah.
Neha, thank you very much for sharing your time with me. And I think this is a really interesting opportunity for many people, because they probably have never ever thought in their lives that they could create some sort of course. And yet within us all, we have a story. And within us all, we've got something that we know that can help somebody else.
Yes.
And with people like you to help us, okay, we can bring those ideas out. And if we can make money with them as well, that's even better. That's the point, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Neha,
Thank you.
thank you. Tell me, what's the best way for people to contact you?
They can reach me through the group. They can visit my website, nehasonney.com,
Okay.
and find me on Facebook, on LinkedIn by the same name, and just
Okay.
send me a direct message. I'll be happy to connect with you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much, Neha. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk with you.
Thank you, Peter. Thanks for the opportunity as well.
Okay.